What's going on, people? It's the Bear here once again, and once again, it's time to talk about, you guessed it, the Cleveland Browns and their joke of a head coach who may be in for another season, by the way. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Hue Jackson. So, the Cleveland Browns went. Everybody predicted it was going to happen. Everybody predicted it was going to happen. They was going to go 0-16, and that's exactly what they did with this guy as head coach. Now I'm hearing he's going to stay. He might stay for another season. That must have been a lot of ass kissing that Hue Jackson did. Because he know he's never going to get another head coaching job ever again. I feel sorry for the Cleveland Browns fans. I feel sorry for y'all. We're going to talk about a lot of things here. So let's get started. After the Browns' last game, I think their last game was with the Steelers, if I'm not mistaken. You know, Hue Jackson went in the back room and he talked to the players and all that and just told them, gave them little encouragement or whatever. Tell them, hey, I know we went 0-16, but, y'all great group of players. I know there's a lot of y'all still young and everything, but I see potential in all of y'all. And I hope to see y'all next season, and all this and that. High-fiving the players and shaking hands and all this and that. And then after that, Hue Jackson runs. Hue Jackson runs in the Jimmy Haslam office, and he said there, I need better players. He threw his whole damn team under the bus so he can keep his job. Oh my God. I can just sit up here, he just high-fiving players and all and just talking about how great they are and all this and that. They're so, DK7 and Isaiah Crowell and, and all these other Josh Gordon and all these other people and all. They just like, y'all are really good players. Y'all are really good team. Even though we haven't won a game, I don't blame y'all. I blame myself. There's some kind of talk like that, And then he after he does that and say all these nice things and all, then he runs into Jimmy Haslam's office and I need better players. Oh my God, just throwing the whole damn team under the bus after you just gave them all kind of encouragement and things like that. That's just how Hue Jackson is. This man, I done said it before and I'll say it again, this man is an egotistical SOB to the fullest. I'm telling you, the man only cares really about himself. The only reason why he's kissing Jimmy Haslam's butt is because he knows there is no other team in the NFL who's going to pick him up as head coach. If he was to get any other position other than head coach, he would not accept it. So this is what I would do if I was Jimmy Haslam. Okay, you come into my office, and you're saying that you need better players and this and that. I would give Hue Jackson this ultimatum. This is what I would do. Hue Jackson, Jimmy Haslam, if you watch this video, and I hope you do, if you watch this was what I would do to Hue Jackson. I would say, okay, so you want your job. You throw your whole team under the bus. Well, this is what's going to happen. You're going to take a lower pay cut for this. If I decide to keep you, you're going to take a lower pay cut. And if you don't produce at least 8 wins this season, you're gone for good. And there's nothing that you can say or nothing that you can do that's going to save your job. This is what I would tell Hue Jackson. Now listen, I'm a Patriots fan, but I've been a long time subscriber of El Presidors. And everybody know they have me talked about El Presidor over and over and over again. Okay, and it's because he's a Cleveland Browns fan. Well, he says Pittsburgh, but he's like what I am to the Bills. Bills is my hometown team, but the Patriots is my favorite team. Okay, Cleveland Browns is his hometown team, but he may be leaning towards the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I talk about this because how in the world, Jimmy Haslam, let me talk to you for how in the world can you keep this man? When I look at the sport channels and all that, the sportcasters and things like that, they are all laughing. And look at NFL, ESPN First Take and all. They laugh at Hue Jackson and the Cleveland Browns. Seriously, the Cleveland Browns is a joke. Look at NFL Network. Look at all those ESPN. Look at all that those shows that NFL Live and stuff like that. They laugh at this dude. Your ticket sales are lower than $10. No one's coming to your games. Jimmy Haslam, I understand that the Cleveland Browns is not making you any money. I understand this. Whatever other business you got going is making more money than what the Cleveland Browns are making. I understand that. But I feel sorry for the Cleveland Browns fans because Jimmy Haslam don't care. Why would you keep this man whose record is 1-31 for the past 2 seasons? I don't care who you is. That gets you fired regardless. You come in to my office and I'm an owner. You come into my office telling me, well, I need better players and I need this and I need that done. I would say, forget you, man. You are finished. The Cleveland Browns fans are not going to pay season tickets for a guy that they hate to see. That just makes sense, Jimmy Haslam. So I will want you to reconsider your decision on keeping Hue Jackson for another year to save the Cleveland Browns franchise. Okay? Because the next thing you're going to have to do, you're going to have to move. You're going to have to move the Cleveland Browns to another state or whatever, because you are going to lose so much popularity in marketplace, which should matter to most. Jimmy Haslam, that should matter the most to you. Your marketplace, your market value, and your popularity between with the people in Cleveland and all surrounding Cleveland area. Those two things should matter the most. Your money and your popularity. The popularity is going to go down and your money is going to go way down if you keep Hue Jackson for another year. The Hue program did not work. It worked in Cincinnati, but it did not work in Cleveland. And I think that was the reason why Jimmy Haslam went to Hue Jackson, because of the things he did in Cincinnati. It's not working in Cleveland. Okay? It's a totally different ball game going on. Totally different scheme and stuff like that. And looking from the Cleveland Browns fan, look at the head coaches that they get. Every 2 years, they get another head coach. The players got to change their game plan every 2 years or something like that because they can't get a reliable coach to stay for more than 2 years. They can't get one. The head coaches is always being fired. Every time the Cleveland Browns mess up in the season, there they go again talking about, well, we got to fire this head coach or fire that head coach. And you know what happens? Even if Hue Jackson, even if he's gone, what's going to happen is they're just going to hire another below average coach. Probably someone just as bad as Hue Jackson, because nobody wants to coach the Cleveland Browns. Nobody wants to come to the Cleveland Browns. Nobody. I'd have said that before too. But Jimmy Haslam wants to keep Hue Jackson, and I think it was because Hue Jackson was kissing a whole lot of ass. I'm serious. I don't see why there would be no reason to keep this egotistical SOB around for another year and lose even more money. Lose even more popularity. You know what? I bet after the game with the Steelers, I bet you the fans was calling the radio station and just dogging Hue Jackson out. I mean, really dogging him out. Do you know what happens when people do that? They start to hate. They don't want to see Hue Jackson for another season. They don't care where he goes. Just keep him out of Cleveland. It don't make no sense, Jimmy Haslam. It don't make no sense, man. You know, and I feel sorry for y'all Cleveland Browns fans. I really do. I really do. Jimmy Haslam is going to keep this guy because Hue Jackson came to the office begging to stay in Cleveland. He's not going to be able to be a head coach anywhere else. This is it. If you can't help the worst team in the NFL, you can't help nobody. And the Cleveland Browns do have talent. They do. DK7, listen, I bet every single day, I bet that the Cleveland Browns fan base is, I bet they tell themselves, why did you pass on Jimmy Garoppolo? He is a leader. Look at what he's doing for the 49ers. The 49ers was just as bad as the Browns. Look at what he's doing over there. That was a dumb, oh my God. The Patriots gave away Jimmy Garoppolo. He may have been not a leader in the Patriots, you know, in the Patriots camp because he was barely played, but he could have been a leader. He's a leader somewhere else. And now look at what he's doing for the 49ers. Think about that, Sashi Brown. Think about that, Jimmy Haslam. Think about that, Hue Jackson, you egotistical SOB. Y'all passed up on the leader, and now Jimmy Garoppolo is doing things for the 49ers. And he could have did something for the Browns if y'all would have picked him up and seen the potential that he had, because DK7 needs help. He needs somebody, some inspiration. He needs somebody on his backbone. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have it. But you think DK7 is going to be this franchise quarterback. And one day he might. One day he might. But he needs help. And he doesn't have it. Dumb move. Dumb move, Jimmy Haslam. Dumb move, Sashi Brown. Dumb not to pick up Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, you got DK7 and Hue Jackson's going to... Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Hue Jackson, you may be respected by your players, but you're hated by the fans. And that's worse. That's worse. Especially for you, Jimmy Haslam, because your money and the popularity goes down drastically. Just to bear them out. Peace.